Hello and welcome. I am Adam Davis McGee. Youth Replicating Innovative Strategies and Excellence, otherwise known as YRISE, is a service learning initiative mobilizing young people in the fight against HIV/AIDS. This project was spearheaded by the National Youth Leadership Council and YRISE to assist you with developing strategies that will empower youths to respond to local and global HIV/AIDS crises. By integrating HIV/AIDS education into school-based curriculum and community-based organizations, and by training young people to be effective information disseminators, YRISE has begun to change the lives of young people around the world. An exciting format in today's workshop involves excerpts from a highly acclaimed play, Sleep with a Virgin, A Perspective on AIDS, written by service learning and arts educator Rose McGee of Golden Valley, Minnesota. 4 vignettes were selected from the play and modified specifically for this training, then filmed and edited by Hamline University's Center for Global Environmental Education. The talented actors and musicians all reside in Minnesota. Between each vignette, the tape will stop. You will then have an opportunity to discuss each scene's content and how student groups can begin educating their peers on various myths and facts pertaining to HIV/AIDS. Just a little hint. Use the arts, as in drama, music, paintings, or use the media by creating your own cable television or radio show. I'll say no more. NYLC and YRISE are hoping that these scenes will raise questions, initiate research, and inspire policy innovations and action. We believe there are millions of youths around the globe who stand ready to serve, learn, and change the world as it pertains to HIV/AIDS. Now, on to our first vignette, Sleep with a Virgin, A Perspective on AIDS.
Girl, you sure do look good tonight.
Crazy.
You smell good too. You feel good.
You are so goofy.
And you taste good.
No, I think we should stop.
No, we can't stop now, baby. I love you. You're my boo. There ain't no other girl for me but you. Come on now. You said we was gonna do this tonight.
But this will be my first time. And what if I get pregnant or something?
Pregnant?
Yeah.
Girl, don't worry about that. I got you covered. Anyways, I got you covered. I got everything under control. You trust me, don't you?
Yeah, but...
Ain't no buts. I thought you said you loved me. Oh, but I see how it is. You just like all them other girls. Just leading the man on.
No, that's not true. I really do love you, and you know that.
Oh, yeah.
You're a really wonderful guy. And I know how patient you've been with me, but there's something that's been on my mind, something that we've never even talked about before.
Oh, yeah, what?
Well, I keep hearing them talk about AIDS and stuff. Suppose...
AIDS? Girl, you must be out of your mind. I only dated one other girl besides you, and nobody else. Girl, would I lie to you?
Well...
You believe me, don't you?
I don't know.
Come on now, baby. You said we was gonna do this tonight.
Well, okay. But it...
Ain't no buts. Come on, we got the whole house to ourselves. My parents gone for the whole week. I had my boy bring us over a couple cold Coronas. I even went and picked up a few White Castles.
White Castle?
Come on now, everything's gonna be cool.
You just don't even get it. You just don't get it. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I'm really sorry.
What are you doing?
This is not what I want to do.
Where you going? Oh, man, where you going? Oh, I can't believe she just walked out on me like this. How could she do me like this? I can't believe this just happened.
Now it's Virgin Girl, doing it for the first time, hanging on to his every line as he says, I love you, use my boo. Become educated and responsible for what you do.
Girls, as well as boys, must learn early about healthy choices as it pertains to sex. Back during my mother's day, and nothing personal, older generation, but I hear y'all say that the worst that could happen was getting somebody pregnant. But today, as we are learning, having unprotected sex runs the risk of costing you your life and that of your unborn child should you become pregnant and have contracted the HIV virus. That's a lot to think about. How can peer pressure and gender roles influence teens' decisions about sex? Did the girl in this scene do and say the right things? What would you have done if you were in this situation? Please stop the tape now and discuss these and other points that come to mind regarding this scene. Now let's take a look at scene 2. The coffee house. In this scene, you will hear the young people say both myths and facts about HIV and AIDS. Keep track of which are which while you're watching.
That's too bluesy, right? Yeah. I tell you what, I got another idea. Give me a beat, though. Give me a beat. Come on, give me a beat. All right, come on, girl. Yeah. Okay.
Testing. Guess what I heard? I heard that if a person is infected with HIV and you kiss them on the cheek or with dry lips, then there's no risk. You know, you can't get nothing. But if you kiss the other way, you know what I mean?
Wait, you can get it by kissing?
It's possible. Tongue kissing or French kissing, as they call it. But that's only if they have a cut in their mouth where blood can be exchanged.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like when you're flossing and your mouth starts to bleed, or if you poke it with something sharp like a toothpick, or if you have a cold sore and it ruptures, so nasty.
Oh my God.
And don't be sharing your toothbrush with nobody. Here's your teeth. And I heard on that Oprah show a while back that you don't just have to have sexual intercourse to get human immunodeficiency virus. HIV? That is what y'all talking about, right?
Yeah, I saw it on Oprah too.
You watching Oprah?
My mom made me watch it, man.
Yeah, right.
Ladies, what's up?
Hi, Nam.
Hey, can I get a latte, beautiful? Is this mic ready for my vibes tonight? Mic check, mic check.
1, 2.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with these girls these days.
Excuse me?
Those girls were sitting on national TV talking about how I didn't know I could get HIV by having unprotected oral sex. How dumb can you be?
Whatever.
Uh-oh, better think again. Is this mic ready for my lyrics tonight?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me it's not even safe to have, well, you know?
Oral sex! Girl, it is not safe to have unprotected oral sex. There, I said it for you.
Oops.
Oops is right. Better use a condom next time.
Oh!
Of course, ain't nothing guaranteed except having no sex at all. You know, as in abstinence.
Ah, now that's taking it too far.
But safer.
You think that's something. There's a concern that we need to be cautious of transmitting through saliva, sweat, and even tears.
There's no documented evidence of that.
I don't need no documented evidence.
Come here, woman. Give me a
I
big
told you
squeeze.
not to touch me. Keep your sweaty little hands to yourself.
Always trying to get your groove on.
That he does.
Hey, a man's gonna be a man. And let's keep it simple. Some of us fellas, which I don't want to mention any names, is gonna get our grooves on with some of these young women anyway.
Not until he shows me his green card.
What's
That's
You know, proof that he's been tested.
That's not a bad idea.
You know, I was just thinking of that guy Jessica and Tasia were talking about.
So you talking about me?
In your dreams.
Oh, then who was you talking about?
Hush up. Tell him the story, Tasia.
Anyways, I know this boy named Anthony. And every Saturday, him and his friends would get together and have phone number contests at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
I know you know what that is. And anyways, they decided to take the phone number business to a whole nother level.
Right.
They said that whoever sleeps with the most girls in 1 week wins.
That's right.
And Anthony won. And as the weeks rolled by, his body began to feel a little strange. I mean, when it was 98 degrees outside, he wanted to wear a blanket. So his mom stepped in and said, "Son, I think you better go visit the clinic." So that he did. And as he walked into the doors of the clinic, he noticed something weird. A poet standing at the left side of his shoulders. Now, he really doesn't listen to poetry, but the words caught him so profoundly that he listened. Recite the words. You said, "Why me?" HIV said, "Why not?" You said, "But I'm only 18. And it said, Marine was only 3. So he shook his head and walked on into the clinic because he didn't want to believe that that words had anything to do with him. And as the weeks rolled by, he got a notice in the mail saying HIV positive, infected. He won the grand prize, all right. And that's why it's important to think safe.
That's the kind of story that just makes a man look bad. Sad, sad commentary if I ever heard one.
You know, I'm really glad we had this conversation. I feel so enlightened.
Teenagers are always going to find a time to chill and hang out. Such a time or place of gathering is where knowledge, be it factual or mythical, becomes validated no matter what the subject. Why? Because we listen to each other. Again, nothing personal, adults, but you know that we think that we know what we're talking about. We often formulate opinions based upon peers' knowledge or expressions. I can remember how some of my earliest life-altering experiences came about during conversations with some of my friends. There was the Tooth Fairy revelation, the Santa Claus showdown, and of course, the Cabbage Patch Babies. Well, you get the picture. These young people in the coffee house were educating each other about HIV and AIDS. But was everything they said factual, or were some of their comments myths? Take a few minutes to discuss whether the things you heard were myths or facts. Then think about how young people can use their magnetic powers by educating other students about the seriousness of HIV/AIDS. Stop the tape now and take some time to share your thoughts with each other. And go ahead, be creative. Let's take a look at our next scene, school breaking news. Wow, that's scary. I love that line.
Okay, students, it's time to do your little weekly school report. I'm going to go over to my desk and get some work done. Go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Sims.
This is Jazlet Wanjik along with the In-Your-Face News team. We have a news alert. News alert, stop everything. U.S. health officials report the following.
Acquired immune deficiency syndrome is on the rise.
Meaning AIDS is on the rise. AIDS is a condition that is caused by the virus called HIV.
25 states reported an increase in cases from 1999 to 2001. That's a 14% increase in men having sex with men and a 10% increase in heterosexual transmission.
25 states? My goodness! That represents 25% of HIV cases in the country. This is not including New York and California. Both of these states have the most cases, and half of these new cases are women being infected by men.
I have some more breaking news, Jazzy. This report just came in.
Students, let's not go into any further details, okay?
There are about 80,000 new cases per year and still no cure.
People, wake up! AIDS is in America. It's not just overseas.
And over 950,000 people are infected with HIV right here in this country.
Wow, that's scary.
Excuse me, but do you think they all know what HIV is? Mr. Sims looks like he doesn't have a clue.
Students, not into any further details.
Hold on just a minute. Go ahead, girl.
Well, I know you've heard it said that someone died of AIDS. Well, this isn't entirely accurate. You see, HIV is a virus, like the flu or the cold, that attacks your immune system. And the immune system is like your body's security force that fights off infections.
So when the immune system breaks down, you can develop some really serious, even deadly infections and cancers.
Wow, that's scary.
So AIDS is the condition that results from this HIV virus, correct?
Exactly. It's important for everyone to know that this serious disease is spreading fast.
Students, what is it that you're really trying to do? I appreciate your really excellent research findings. But this is a middle school. What are the parents going to think about this? What is it that you want the students to really know?
We want the whole world to know that AIDS is one of the leading causes of death.
Good, thank you.
Become educated and responsible for what you do. Do you want to tell them the ways of getting AIDS, Jazzy?
Oh no, not today. We're out of time.
Sure I do, Mr. Sims. We still got a few minutes before the bell. I don't know any other way to say this, but have protected sex or no sex at all.
Sex! What are you talking about?
You got that right. Of course, you can also get AIDS through blood transfusions or body fluids. Even when you're kissing, if there's an exposed laceration in the mouth.
Save that for health class.
Here is another really alarming fact. Globally, it is estimated of the 40 million people living with HIV/AIDS worldwide, more than a third of them are under the age of 25. Teens and young adults between the age of 15 and 24 represent almost a third of that number. That is really close to our age.
That's scary.
I'll tell you what else is scary. Statistics are really climbing amongst black women over the age of 55.
55? That's my grandma's age.
Exactly. So what does that tell you? Nobody, but nobody, is exempt from catching this deadly disease. Now do I have your attention?
All right, students. Time's up for the day. Let's bring this to closure so we can go and get you to your next class. Thank you.
This has been the In-Your-Face News team signing off. Please tune in next week for our discussion on same-sex marriages.
Oh, no!
Seems to me the principal's reaction as an adult is what's really scary. Who also needs to be educated? Just a little something to think about. These younger students were conveying research factual findings, not myths. Those cited statistics are changing every single day. In some cases on the decline, whereas others demonstrate a steady rise. Take a minute now to think about who's most affected by HIV/AIDS and why. Let's pause the tape for a moment and have that discussion. So who do you think is most affected by HIV/AIDS? You might have said young people, and if so, you are correct. Young people are not only infected and affected by HIV/AIDS, but they can also effect change. One way of doing so is through service learning. What is service learning, you ask? Well, service learning engages young people in meaningful service to their schools and communities through integration with curricula or learning objectives. It looks at young people as assets and resources to their communities rather than the problem. It's about time. Let me give you an example. Delivering meals to people living with AIDS is service. Sitting in a classroom learning about how AIDS affects the body is learning. Learning about the nutritional needs of AIDS patients, designing a meal plan, packaging and delivering the meals, and reflecting on that experience is service learning. There are several places in the United States, such as Camp Heartland in northern Minnesota, who service children who are affected by HIV/AIDS. Several school districts and college campuses across the United States have successfully incorporated Camp Heartland into their service learning curriculum. The Beverly Hills Unified School District in California received a 5-year grant, which enables Camp Heartland representatives to come to Beverly Hills each spring and present to 8th graders from 4 different middle schools. These students have held fundraisers to help support Camp Heartland and send children to camp. Several students have even applied to become counselors at the camp once they get older. When the tape stops again, please take some time and discuss your thoughts regarding ways your student group can link service learning to educating younger students about making responsible choices or assisting with AIDS orphanages in Africa, etc. Interdisciplinary units can be very effective. The Children of Uganda Performance Troupe travels worldwide performing concerts in order to raise money for support. Could your school's next winter or spring concert feature music from the repertoire of the Children of Uganda? The funds raised could be used to assist AIDS orphans. A pamphlet created by the biology students could be handed out at the concert, showing your audience what AIDS does to the immune system. Just a thought. Once again, I'm Adam Davis McGee, and on behalf of Y-Rise and NYLC, thank you for your part in combating the spread of HIV/AIDS. Owen, you can stop the tape now.